Nice to meet you. Dear, nice to meet you. Please grab a seat. Okay, perfect. So we are getting started.
Hello everybody, I'm Dia and welcome to Dia's Ideas. Today we are at MAC. Yes. And we're gonna do some nice makeup today. We're gonna go bold.
We're gonna go bold.
I'm ready for it.
Okay.
And I will be helped by
Sharper from MAC Cosmetics at Canal Walk. So yeah, we're gonna be doing a natural sort of sun-kissed moment, and it's gonna.
I'm in the mood for fun.
Yeah, we're gonna go. Yes, we're all gonna go crazy.
So tell me, what do you think? What can we start with?
I think the first thing we're gonna do, we are going to block out any shine in the skin. We kind of want to mattify the skin quite beautifully. We're gonna start out with Fix Plus spray. This one is actually a Fix Plus matte. It's got like vitamin E and cucumber extract, so it soothes the skin quite well.
So right now I've already got makeup.
Yes,
still fun.
Yes, it absolutely is. So this product can actually be used before and after makeup. You can spray it sort of before skincare and to touch up throughout the day. So I'm gonna just give it a little bit of a shake. You can close your eyes for me. I'm gonna use it in a sort of plus motion and in an X motion. It will just help to hydrate the skin really beautifully and also give it. It feels amazing. It's very refreshing. Okay, perfect. It does come in different scents as well. So this one is a rose. I actually just want you to smell this.
On your face?
Yes, it does. But it obviously evaporates within a little bit of time, so it won't be too shiny or anything like that. You can close to me, just smell this flavor. This one is rose. It smells like Turkish delight, literally.
Wow, it smells from the garden. That's amazing.
It's how amazing is that
so
scent? It's absolutely beautiful. So it comes in lavender as well, and then the other flavor is like the natural one where there's no scent, and we've got a coconut one as well.
Okay.
So you got options. Okay. So now that you have 10 of that on your face. Yeah, okay, so we say so yeah, we started off with a matte Fix Plus just to hydrate and to mattify everything. This is a Studio Fix powder. It's a mattifying powder. It's actually a powder plus foundation. So it will give you a really good amount of coverage, but also look very natural at the same time.
Time saving pretty much.
Oh, absolutely. It's like an all-in-one situation. Definitely, definitely. And it gives such a beautiful matte effect, and I feel like we are going to be using quite a bit of like because you know we kind of want to go for like this glowy goddessy look today. And with that, sometimes it's nice to sort of mattify the skin first, so that when you use highlighters directly on top, it kind of like creates a contrast between your skin being matte and your face being beautifully glowy at the same time.
That's actually what you need.
Oh, absolutely. Ain't nobody got time to shine today. Okay, perfect. What do you think of the finish of the powder?
It's matte, but not ultra matte, which is when it's still blurring.
Exactly.
Very
gorgeous. Okay, so we're gonna move on to eyes, which is always the fun part. That's like my favorite part of makeup, literally. That like makes my day. So we're gonna start out with a primer. This one is called Groundwork. It's actually called a LONGWEAR paint.
So you need a primer for your eyes as well.
Definitely. So when it comes to primer, it's very important to sort of blank out the natural skin tone. I always tell people, like, if you want the intensity of an eyeshadow look, you need to make sure that your natural skin is being completely blanked out, so that the actual eyeshadow is not competing with your skin color. Makes sense. Obviously, if it is more of a natural look, you will do, because what we're doing right now, we'll do something more
so it needs
soft
to go with the makeup you'll be using.
There we go. So if, for example, we were doing a more colorful eye, I would recommend going with a lighter shade primer, so that any brighter colors could pop against it more.
Yes,
exactly. Makes sense. Okay, so now we are going to intensify the outer edges of the eye and the inner corner. Remember, we used this one to intensify the chocolate brown that you loved in the beginning. We're now going to use a dark, solid matte black. This is called Carbon from MAC. It is not got like a stitch of sparkle. It is as black as you can get. It's very dark, which is beautiful. I am going to use a pencil brush. This is called the 219 brush from MAC. It's kind of like a dome brush. The dome brush is really great for getting into very intense detail. So for example, inner corner of the eyes, underneath the lower lash line, like you kind of have more control in precise areas of the eye, which makes a great tool for using like a smoky eye or doing a smoky eye. So we're going to take a little bit of this product again, tap off the excess, and we are going to darken the inner corner of the eye, because we know we're kind of bolding and wanting this eye to be a lot more dramatic. And we're going to darken the outer edges again. So kind of like layering. Remember we spoke about layering before?
We did, yes.
So we're doing the exact same thing. Kind of like just
Building
going
up.
over that, exactly, to make it nice and deep and dramatic. Then I feel like when you're doing sort of more of this spotlight eye is to just diffuse the edges, make sure the edges fade into each other. Nothing looks like too blockish or too hard.
I see.
So it's a nice fade through. You're going to look up for me. I'm going to take a little tissue and I'm just going to place this at the bottom. And you can just, we're going to lightly smudge on the lower lash line. So we're going to switch it up and we're going to take like an angled brush that's more of like a sort of arch of a shape like that. And we're going to lightly dampen it again with Fix Plus. Just lightly. And then we are going to dip it into carbon and just make it like an actual eyeliner and make it a little bit blacker. So you can see on my hand, it just goes a little bit darker as a liner. There we go, you can close for me. And what I like to do with this, to wrap it around the eyes, I actually push it, use the eyeliner or use the angle to kind of like just stamp liner on with eyeshadow, brighten and highlight underneath the eyes. So we are going to just pick up a little bit of this product and we'll do a little bit of a mix. That's why I say, like, don't be concerned if any eyeshadow falls down on your face. Like, you can always clean it up at the end, always brighten it. It's not really cool. It's not a problem. That's a wet wipe can fix, you know, it can fix any mistakes. It's not permanent. It's not a tattoo that's there for life, you know. So I think women should be encouraged to be a little bit more bold and a little bit more, daring with their looks. Yeah, if it doesn't, if you like feel it doesn't suit you or anything, like if you do a certain look, you can always just take it off and then try something else. Yeah. How beautiful, how bright underneath your eyes are completely even. Loving that. So we're going to move on to some mascara. I'm going to use one of our top selling mascaras in Extreme Dimension. This one is in our top 5 worldwide best selling mascaras.
Why is that?
So the comb, if you actually can look, this is intense volume and curl and drama. So if you look at the way the wand is actually shaped, it almost has like these fine teeth, like sort of separating. So you don't get those hideous like clumps with some mascara where you find you get like, there we go. It's pitch black. I've compared it to quite a few other mascaras like in my collection, and I've noticed that with this one it's solid pure black pigment. So when you have sort of like in our case we've got more brown, like our brown eyes, to create more of a contrast with brown you need something darker to really create that like contrast between the two. Is to just make sure that before this eye dries, then you want to apply the second coat. So always make sure that you're not putting mascara on top of something that's dried completely, because that's when it can't bond, like the tips can't be bonded in. But if it's still somewhat damp and the tips are still damp, then that way you can really build on top of itself. You can see that. Like this one looks a lot more like dramatic versus this side. Like you can see the side is a little bit more subtle.
Almost like I have an extra eyelash on.
Yes, as if you like have like a, like almost as if you have like false lashes. Look down. And another really important tip I think that a lot of people forget to do, especially a lot of women, is coat your bottom lashes. It's so important. In your case you have got like a naturally wide eye, but for people that have smaller eyes, I feel like it's so essential to coat the bottom lashes as well, so that it opens up the eye. It makes your eye appear much larger than it is, and it just gives you that nice fluffy like wispy effect. Loving life.
You have no idea what's the makeup, I mean, it actually affects your mood.
Absolutely, 100%. It gives you
fearless right now.
Yeah, your inner Beyonce is being released. Fantastic. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna kind of focus on the skin and move on to the cheeks a little bit. The two products that I've selected for you is Cheeky Bronze, which is a mineralized skin finish. cheeky bronze. It's working with the mood right now. So this one is a highlight. It adds like a beautiful glow to the skin. It adds light. I would say it's almost, I always tell people it's literally like painting light onto the face. That's what it does. It picks up beautifully in photographs. If you know you're going out and you're going to be filmed, or you're going to be, you know, taking like lots of shots at a wedding or on a special occasion, it looks really beautiful. The other one is called Ambering Rose, which is
using both of them?
Yes, I'm going to be using both. This one is a blusher that has a little bit of shimmer to it, a little bit of a glow as well, but not as electric as this one. So this one will be a little bit more like a soft hint of color in the skin, where that's going to be like a pop on the cheek with me.